Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today? What's up? Welcome back to PokeMMO Stream Recap 156, official Shiny War Day, 31 out of 62. Guys, this is the halfway point. This is the 50% benchmark, check mark. We're halfway done official Shiny Wars in PokeMMO, aka Cryogonal Wars. It's been quite the journey. Speaking of, I have a really interesting forum post to read here in a quick sec with some really interesting information, all talked about and discussed, and feedback given by really high-level PokeMMO players. So that'll be super exciting. If you ever wanted to see people who really care about the game and have a really good perspective on the game, want to see their opinions, their feedback, we're going to go over that today in the stream recap. It'll also get its own video because I want as many people to see it as possible because I feel like it's super important. We are here over at Cryogonal/Cubchoo some more today. Cryogonal jail, I know. But we're also doing punishments, okay? This is the first full day of implementing the PokeMMO shiny hunting punishment system. I guess the Patrouski, it's not official. The Patrouski PokeMMO shiny hunting punishment system. That's too long of a name. We'll shorten that at some point. Every 1,000 encounters dry, like I just reached 6K. We're gonna go make 5 eggs. So every 1K will make at least 5 eggs. Every 5,000 encounters, which I reached off stream, will open 1 mysterious ball. So we will be opening a mysterious ball today. Every 10,000, we throw up a randoms game. Every 30K dry, or not every 30K, but once we hit 30K dry, we have to go make 300,000 Pokeyen on the spot. And then 50K dry, buy the wife a present. We snuck that one in there. 60K dry equals eat an olive, the hardest challenge on this whole list. 100K dry will be chug a drink and do the gritty or whatever Zoomer TikTok trend cringe dance is active. I'm sorry. 200K dry equals eat beans on toast. Okay, I thought the olive was hard, but this might actually be... Okay, the beans on toast, we might try to make it actually good. It can be saved, I believe. We'll see what happens. And then 300K dry is use the Master Ball, one of my Master Balls, on the next shiny that I receive. The odds of that, I've been 300K dry once in my life. The odds of that happening twice are astronomical. I don't think that'll ever happen. I just recently went 100K dry. Might be on a wet streak. Might be on a wet streak, boys. The 3 shinies this war, if you haven't seen, Cryogonal was at 112,000 encounters. Cubchoo number 1 was at 53,000 encounters. That sucked. And then the second Cubchoo was at 22,000. So we did get 1 wet shiny this whole war. I also had to renew my Dunner status last night. My Dunner status actually wore out, which makes sense. It's the halfway point of the war. So wanted to go ahead and call that out. Other than that, let's get shunting, fellas. Let's see what we can see today. Hey guys, I'm super new to PokeMMO. I have an account on my PC, but am I able to play the same account with another device like my phone or a laptop? As long, like, obviously you can't log in the same character at the same time, or even the same account at the same time. But yeah, you can absolutely, if you're on the go and want to play PokeMMO on your phone, you can absolutely play the same account that you do normally when you're at home on your PC. You just can't play the same account, obviously, on your phone at your PC. You know what I'm saying? You can now, you also can multi-log. If you want to make an alt account, make a different account, you can multi-log on different devices. So for example, I have like a laptop over here, for example. If I wanted to play my main account, Shiny Hunting, here, then a second account, alt account here, that's totally fine. You cannot, however, look, most people know this, but quick reminders are important. You cannot, however, play 2 accounts on the same device because the game will not let you. The game, if you try to load up 2 clients of PokeMMO, it will usually close the other client within a few seconds or whatever. It literally won't let you play 2 clients at once. This is to prevent bot farming. This is a measure in place. Since it's a small dev team, it's a measure in place to drastically cut down on bot farming, and it's much easier to catch anyone who's trying to bot because of this. So it sucks because for the player it stops us from multi-boxing, but for the game it really helps with cracking down on bots, especially with a small team. Alrighty, fellas, since we reached 1,000 more encounters up to 6K, we do have to go make 5 eggs. Here are our eggs. You can actually see. These are 10 eggs that I made off stream every time I got 1,000 encounters, but I didn't hatch. I wanted to hatch them on stream, so we do have a chance for it to be in the eggs. We're also gonna go make 5 more eggs. Okay, I'm gonna weave some breeding alphas for profit into my normal schedule. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I won't make profit. We're gonna be testing and learning. I feel like breeding alphas for profit's insane. So I went ahead and I just bought this alpha golem for 48,000 Pokeyen. It's been listed for about a day, a full day on the GTL. 3 times 31. Let's go ahead and let's find a breeding match. We'll go ahead. We'll possibly look for 25 plus here. Might have to adjust. We'll brace the speed probably. We'll do 31, 31 like this. Egg group, mineral, I believe is what this is. Mineral male. alpha, gender male. We'll make sure to 88k is the matching, the cheapest breed. 17 minutes, and it's kind of cheap. This is gonna give us a 4 times 31. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. I think I go ahead and buy that for you can tell it's a good deal when it's been listed for that short amount of time. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now I need a speed brace, right? A speed brace. So that was let's calc the cost. One sec. It was 80k, 88k. So plus 80, we'll do 89. So 137 plus 20k I'm about to spend for the braces. Okay, so 157k was the cost of this breed. Okay, we need a speed brace and a defense brace. Let's run it through the old man and we'll see how much profit we can make on it. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, 4 times 31, random nature, 28 to 30 HP. This is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pay for this to be male. It's significantly worth it. 5k Pokeyen, so that will go into the cost plus 5k over on the cost. Now we can go ahead and preemptively price check this now before we even sell it, right? So we know the stats. We know it'll be 25 plus, male, egg group, mineral, alpha, 31 31 31 31. Okay, the special attack is 25 plus or whatever as well. We don't have to worry about that. Now this is only seen 5 times. Let's lower this to 20 plus. It's only registering 5 times 31s. That's all I'm seeing. So it's hard to get an accurate price check here, but obviously as we can see, I mean 400k, 162 is what I paid. It's not going to sell for this, but I would probably end up selling this for like 250. So this is like unironically 80 to 90k profit. I did find a good deal on it, so that helps, right? I'm probably going to sell it for 250k. That's probably about right. Yeah, 250k or so. Just insane. 80 easy 80 90k profit. I think breeding for alphas for profit is insane right now. Now it's a fair bit of risk because breeding for profit's already scary because if you mess up you lose Pokeyen, and with alphas it only cranks it up more because it's more Pokeyen at risk, right? But I think there's like insane potentials here, fellas. I think breeding for alphas for profit specifically needs to be studied. Like I've been saying for a while, like the market's in a weird spot because 1 times 31 stuff are so cheap. And I think the way to counteract that is by breeding Pokemon and consuming those Pokemon. And I feel like too many people are catching Pokemon for profit right now and doing those sort of beginner strats. We need more people moving into those intermediate to veteran endgame money making methods by breeding Pokemon. Also, a lot of endgame players aren't breeding Mons right now because they're all shiny hunting for shiny wars. So yeah, go breed for profit while you can. There's some insane potential. Chat, I'm feeling some kind of way today. Do not do what I'm about to do, okay? This is dumb. I'm doing this on a whim. I'm not making eggs. I'm not doing anything like super amazingly like worth to do charms on, right? But I'm still gonna pop a charm to alpha check this, right? I don't know why. I just have a feeling of good luck. I'm probably gonna go to Shedinjas after this. But let's go. Let's do it, fellas, okay? 3, 2, 1. Mistake incoming. I don't know why, but I believe. I just have a good feeling today, fellas. Never mind. It's actually doomed. It's over. It's Jover Copium. Oh my goodness. Who cares about the charm luck? Our Geodude hatched and it came out adamant. Are you kidding me? What a skill difference. I'm just too good at the game, guys. That's what that is. That is not RNG. I swear, I'm so lucky at everything in this game except for shiny hunting. I actually am so lucky at everything. PvP, breeds, like everything that isn't shunting, I'm so lucky at. Okay, the problem is, okay, we don't have, how do we not have a comparable memer? Okay, adamant. What if I do this? I just do the 5, I'll do the 5 and I'll do 4. I'll do the 5 times 31 and just do 4 matching. The cheapest is 300k, and that's with a like low HP versus a higher one. Dude, this is gonna sell. Wow, I was gonna sell this for 250k, but now this is like 300k, easy as hell. Remember, chat, I paid 180k for this after listing fee, probably less. Like, this is a 1 Pokemon breed. I spent a 5 minutes on it, like, actually, and dude, that's crazy. And I'm making like 150k profit. Like, that's insane. Please go breed for profit. Insane right now. You just gotta learn it. Hey Pat, what's your opinion on the PokeMMO community trying to get more exposure for PokeMMO by crossing communities more with other shiny hunters / PvPers in other Pokemon games? I think it's actually one of the most important things we can do. One of the most important things I can do, and I don't do it nearly enough, and I want to work on that. like some of the best ways that I've been able to bring in new players into PokeMMO has been through things like my like Nuzlocke account, my Nuzlocke series, right? Like that brought in people who just do Nuzlocks but don't know anything about PokeMMO. Or my like surprisingly my Pixelmon. I've done very few Pixelmon videos and very few Pixelmon series, but like the two that I've done have brought in a fair amount of players into PokeMMO because people will look for Pixelmon, find the videos, you know, find it somewhat entertaining, hopefully enough, right? And then find out about PokeMMO through the rest of my channel. So unironically, like reaching out, I should be doing way more. It hurts because in the short term, it's like, oh, my views tank and the videos do way worse. It's not my bread and butter, right? So if you want to support me, honestly, watching my non-PokeMMO videos helps out tremendously because it lets me do that kind of stuff way more easily. And also helps me try to promote the game to other PokeMMO adjacent communities. Now, I can't go play like, I don't know, some random game or go like, I'm never going to do like a knitting tutorial. I'd be like, oh, you know, come check out PokeMMO, by the way. Like, it has to be PokeMMO adjacent, but I think it's actually one of the most important things we can do for sure. Hey, Pat, should I start buying RPs now? Buying RP before event season. This is not financial advice. This is just, I'm telling you what I've seen historically. It's never, nothing is ever 100% accurate. You'll never 100% guaranteed make Pokeyen, right? Buying RP before event season is generally pretty consistently at least decent. RP, it's decently likely RP will go up in price, especially at the price it's at now. RP is pretty cheap at like it's been like 2.2, 2.3. It's slowly rising, honestly. 2.2, 2.3-ish. Slowly been rising. It wouldn't surprise me if RP peaked at 2.8 to 3.2 during the event season, but it all depends on how good the vanities are and how desired and how good the events are in general. It could also stay stagnant, okay? Or it's possible to go down. I think that's unlikely, but it's possible. Not financial advice, just make your own decisions based on that. Did you spend a lot of money in PokeMMO? I think I started this event with like 45 mil or 40 mil Pokeyen cash. And now I am at 10% of that about. Okay, I'm kind of just doing random alpha breeds that are sitting around in my PC. I'm about to breed the Slackoth. This is my Slackoth that I got from the Lunar New Year event, I believe, because it has the particle effect. I really... Slacking is like actually up there as one of my favorite Pokemon, like top 20 maybe. I really like Slacking. I would love to slowly, passively go for a shiny one, but also just breeding things up like this. I'm going to pay for it to be female because that will save me some Pokeyen on the next breed. This is not a breed for profit, so I'm not calculating it with the calculator, but just a cool little breed that I've wanted to do because I like to breed up Pokemon here and there, and I'm on Charm. I have some alphas to breed, so we might as well go for that alpha chance. It'll be absolutely insane to see how much Pokeyen is sunk out of the game through Shiny Wars. Like, I feel like the effect is obviously happening right now, but we haven't really like seen the effect because no one's really buying. It's like the markets, people are still shunting, right? People are still sinking. So like the amount of Pokeyen being sunk out of the game, people, you know, doing fossils, people doing, or just things being sunk out. That's not, Pokeyen isn't being sunk when doing fossils, but fossils are being sunk out, which is good. The amount of like dittos being sunk, the amount of, yeah, someone said mentioned berries, the berry harvesting tool you have to buy from the NPC, Lepa berries. In general, it'll be insane. It'll be insane to see how many things and how this affects the economy. I feel like the Shiny Wars is going to be such an amazing boon to the economy after it's actually over. We'll see that effect more. It's honestly a very good thing. It's so important to motivate high-level players to run through their capital, right? It's so important, and Shiny Wars really does that. Chat, are you ready? It's time to gamble. Okay, every 5,000 encounters dry, I will open one mysterious ball. And I hit that off stream, and I haven't opened one yet. I plan to open great balls, which are worth around. Let's check. I'm only gonna be opening one per 5k dry, but that'll add up. And one day we'll be able to see one opened and get a shiny. 60k, okay? 60k is the cost. Wish me luck, chat. Non-shiny Chinling. Okay. I'll see you guys again in 5,000 encounters, CAC-W. Okay, I'm being told that apparently the Cacnea / Trapinch spot is somewhat equal. I actually don't know if it's, I don't think it's as good. I'd be surprised. Maybe it is. I mean, my math's wrong. But I need to switch up spots so bad for the mental, and keeping your sanity and keeping unburnt during a long competition. We're halfway through a 2-month competition is so important. We're gonna head over to Cacnea slash Trapinch. Is it over here? I always forget. I think it's here. We're gonna mark our teleport spot. Whenever you change spots, never forget to mark your teleport spot by entering the nearest PC. I always forget to do that sometimes. But if we head over to the east here, it's a nighttime only spot. So you can only hunt here at nighttime, but you can do ×3 hordes of Trapinch slash Cacnea. Really awesome shinies. Now you do need a Pokemon that can be able to flee, because Trapinch has Arena Trap. So I have a flying type with Sweet Scent that will allow me to escape from their clutches. Bro, what is happening here? This is a YouTube comment, by the way. This was me. I left a nice comment on Young Cabbage's video. Someone is trying to like flip. I don't know if it's an OT dust snore of mine or his. They're trying to like sell. They're trying to like flip one of our OT dust snores to us. That's so funny. That's amazing. Yo, he's actually kind of a hustler. I respect it. Where do people find mods for PokeMMO? Pretty much all PokeMMO mods are all found in one forum page on the PokeMMO forums. It's a client customization is what it's called, I believe. There's just one forum thread that has pretty much every single mod. How are you running from Arena Trap? Good question. A flying type Pokemon can evade the Arena Trap stickiness. I want the flaming motorcycle, but I have no money. Dude, if you want the flaming motorcycle, it's honestly the best time. You need to go make money now, okay? The Halloween event comes back on the 31st, okay? The Halloween event comes back October 31st. Event season is around the corner. How crazy is that? It's sneaking up on us so fast. Okay, if you want the flaming motorcycle, you're a new player, go make like 3.8 mil Pokeyen right now, or even just buy. Dude, you might be able to, it might be cheaper to honestly buy RP. Save up Pokeyen, buy RP ahead of time, and then buy the bike with the RP during. That'd probably cost you around 3. Oh, wow. That would only cost you like 3.2 mil. If you bought the RP. So I'm pretty sure it's 1500 RP, or is it 2k RP for the bike? I'm not sure. But this is the flaming, it's like the Ghost Rider bike, essentially. I love the flaming motorcycle. Super recommend it. It's super worth it. It's my favorite bike. A lot of people ask me why I don't use the dragon. The dragon is cool. I own a dragon. I actually do own one. The lucky red here. Lucky red dragon. I got really lucky, honestly, because I delayed buying the dragon. I didn't buy a dragon during the event, and I thought they were going to go down a little bit after the event. I thought the supply would be so much, but the demand just far outweighed it, and I misjudged it. And the dragon went from 4 mil during the event up to like 6 or 7 mil, and I think I bit the bullet at 7 mil and was like, okay, like I don't think it's going to go down anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just buy it. I bought it at 7 mil, and now it's up to like 12. So I honestly made a very lucky call there and got in before it got too expensive. Something like that just happens. This is a great question. Do people prefer mouse and keyboard or controller for PokeMMO? Both. I think I know a lot of shiny hunters that use controller. It's very comfy, honestly, at certain shunts. I think controller really shines at shunts where you don't have to run back and forth. Like, I use controller occasionally for ×5 Lepa hordes. So like Kragano would honestly be a great one. Yeah, shunts like that where you don't have to move, you can just hit that is actually so comfy. Yeah, I think it depends on the activity is a great answer. But I know lots of high level players that use controllers and lots of ones that switch, and yeah, it's kind of funny that there is somewhat a meta game like where you use one or the other depending on what activity you're doing. Yo, Patrouski, what gives you motivation when you go 100k dry? Like, what is your mindset when it comes to stuff like that? I answer this question. It's a great question. I answer this all the time. It really is practice. Like, it seems silly. Like, oh, how does practice help you with like grinding? All you're doing is like, but like, it is like genuinely like practice and, almost like acclimation, right? So what I mean by that is if you push your hardest hunt will always be your hardest. And every other hunt after is going to feel easier, okay? So for my first shiny hunt, I went, this also, sorry, I'm getting distracted. This vanity is amazing. The back slot globe. This is like a PvP reward, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, my first shiny hunt, I went 300,000 encounters dry, right? Everything after that will feel like a cakewalk, right? I've done, you know, I maxed an old school RuneScape account. I maxed a UIM. Like I've done grinds, and the real question is like, how you have to practice and you have to do those grinds, and then every other grinds or other grinds, following grinds will feel much easier. And it really does come from practice. The hardest part is how do you start and how do you push through those first grinds? And that's not really a question I can answer. That's like everybody has to come to their own driving force for that. I will say motivation is generally not it. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is largely an uncontrollable emotion. You can do certain things, listen to music, watch, I don't know, hype montages for whatever you care about, sports, Overwatch, some game, whatever, right? But motivation is a fleeting, uncontrollable emotion where like willpower and practice and your ability to grind is something you can hone and develop, in my opinion. So I feel like just practice and grinding is really how you do it. And just, I always say the sentence, and I really try to reiterate this more and more nowadays, the only way you lose at shiny hunting is when you stop. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep getting more encounters, you cannot lose, right? It's impossible. It's impossible to lose. Like, I honestly feel like most of life is like that. Most of life is, it is impossible. The only way you lose is if you quit. As literally as long as you don't quit. It's like gambling. Okay, no, wait a minute. Quit that. Okay, chill. But like in life, unironically, as long as you don't quit, you will keep making progress. As long as you wake up every day, go to bed every night, are working towards something, as long as you don't quit, you are making progress. It doesn't matter how much. So just keep going. Okay, just keep going. I believe in you guys. Good luck. Okay, while I'm switching out my eggs for new ones anyway, let's just go ahead and collect our Pokeyen. It's not too much, but we sold a few Dittos from yesterday, so we'll take an extra 300k or so. Well, I think we have a live shiny Cryogonal. Congrats, dude. Nick Shark, man. Nick Shark, the biggest Detroit Lions fan that I know. Congrats on the Cryogonal, dude. Hopefully we see you in the Super Bowl this next year. I feel like I've bought like 5,000 Pokeballs, like 2 times this war. So I'm pretty sure I've ran through 10k Pokeballs this war. I'm pretty sure. I'll buy up to 3,500 here. Yeah, I maybe have done more eggs than I realized. I think I'm probably around maybe 8k eggs, like 2k Shedinjas, something like that. Maybe around 10k rares total. That might be about right, actually. I was guesstimating those numbers. That might be about right. I'm gonna go try to get a PB in the Battlefronts here, dude. That's such a fun goal. It's a goal that every PokeMMO player should at least try once. Trying to get some sort of personal best, or trying to reach like some sort of wave, like wave 50 or something like that, at the Battlefronts here. Super underdone piece of content. If you want a challenging piece of PVM content, the Battle Frontier and Battle Tower in PokeMMO offer a really fucking cool and unique challenge. The problem is the rewards aren't great. It's not really worth it to do for any sort of efficiency manner, but it's kind of like an end game. It's one of those, like, there's certain end game goals or end game challenges that you just do for the challenge and not because it's like the best Pokeyen or best XP per hour or something like that, you know? 8,000 encounters clean right here. I made a bunch of eggs today, so I'm just going to track those eggs as like the 5 per. I could go make 5 extra here in a second. I'll do that, I guess, as well. But made a fair bit of eggs today. We're just going to keep going. I want to focus on cranking my encounters up and getting up to 10k today. Oh my god. Okay, I have the nuclear. This is not even okay, this is an underrated food take, bro. We're talking about cereal, okay? Everybody forgets about this cereal, me included. Do you know what is the best? The secret Gigabrain S tier boomer cereal? Fucking corn pops. Oh my, I get excited just thinking about them. Corn pops are amazing. Corn pops actually go so ridiculously hard. Any corn pop fans? Wait. Corn pops get me hyped up. Corn pops are actually amazing. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Nobody in chat? Nobody? No corn poppers? Nobody agrees. Corn pops W? Okay. Whew. Okay. Whew. Gross. Cocoa Pebbles goated. Cocoa, are those the little ones? Cocoa Pebbles are good, but I don't. Corn pops, man, underrated. Underrated cereals. Okay. Cocoa Pebbles appropriately rated. More of a Kix enjoyer. Kix are nice, but corn pops are so good. Do I have an image for this? Can I bring up corn pop on stream? Dude, who had corn pops? They're so sweet. They're actually so much sweeter than you would expect. I'm fully on the corn pops train, dude. Now I have to go buy a box soon. That actually got me so hyped. I'm so hyped up for corn pops. It's ridiculous. All right, we're to catch people up in the stream recap. We're discussing a ton about skill and grinding, and I've always been a huge believer that grinding is a skill and the mechanical skill, the micro involved in that, and all this really annoying cringe stuff, right? But I think it's really interesting with Shiny Wars being so long. It could be a month or whatever, but 2 months. With it being so long, we're gonna see a really interesting distinction of the best shunters and the still good shunters, but not as good or not as tight as clean of play, right? So for example, if let's say we have 2 shunters, right? Person A, every 100 hours, they get 100,000 encounters. They're very tight. They're very clean. They're always hitting that sweet scent as soon as they're out of that battle, right? They focus, they pay attention. They may watch movies and stuff on the side, whatever, but they've practiced so much that it's more muscle memory for them, and they can be tighter with that play, and it allows them to be a better shunter, as silly as that may sound to a lot of people. Over long periods of time, it really, really matters. So person A gets 100,000 encounters. This is not the average shunter. The average shunter does not do like tick perfect or like a super efficient. You've watched. I'm sure you've all watched my streams. I'm not person A. I'm person B. I'm person B, where every 100 hours shunting, I maybe end up with like 85,000 encounters. So like a 15,000 encounter difference every 100 hours. That's a lot, right? If you play 16-hour days over the course of Shiny Wars, you're getting around, you should be doing like 100-hour weeks. You'll end up doing like 400 hours a month, 800 hours over 2 months, right? So if you have an 800-hour event, right, and every single time you're losing 15,000 encounters, think of it, right? Person A, by the end of Shiny Wars, person A is doing 120,000 more encounters than person B. Over long periods of time, micro efficiencies like that in practice, and it factors in so much. I learned a lot about this running RD rooftops in RuneScape. You will strongly notice the person who is running tick perfect RD rooftops, which is an agility course in RuneScape, versus like someone getting 60. The tick perfect was like 63,250 XP per hour. I knew it exactly, so I got a lot. Versus most people would average like 60 to 62k. Right? Which is still very good, but over months and months, it adds up. It really, 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 really adds up. So I think it's one of the more interesting things to talk about with shiny hunting is shiny hunters are not built the same, and they're not built equal. The small increments, it's almost like speedrunning, right? Like in a Pokemon speedrun, the ticks you waste and the time talking to certain NPCs and turning your character is a frame that factors in to speedrunners' brains. Like that's wasted time. Like once you reach these high levels of play, every little bit, every little micro movement, every little tick wasted really starts to matter. And I think with Shiny Wars being so long, it will better shunters should perform better on average. For anybody thinking that Shiny Wars is just RNG, it's a big mixture of hours put in and the ability to grind, the ability to push through, on top of the mechanical skill. There's so many things that factor in that a person wouldn't normally think about, and it's kind of unintuitive in my opinion, which I understand, but I think it's a really interesting discussion, and I really encourage players to just try it. If you don't believe that shunting is a skill, I encourage you to try to efficiently shunt just for 1 hour. Honestly, efficiently shunting for 1 hour is pretty hard for the average, most people, myself included. Let alone doing it consistently for 10 hours, let alone doing it consistently on 3 hours of sleep. It gets harder and harder and harder the more hours you do it consistently, and how much room there is for human error. Hey Pat, how do I make sure I don't get scammed? And regards while doing a leveling service. Great question. Leveling services will probably be a lot more popular coming up during Raids release as well. If you don't know, a leveling service, just leveling a Pokemon for someone else, whether you're doing it or paying someone else to do it for you, etc., etc. To not get scammed in Pokemon, I actually have a video on. If you Google how to not get scammed, I do have a video on it. Generally, you just want to log communication. Scamming in PokeMMO is against the rules. Someone will get banned if they scam you. So if someone scams your like 2 times 31, like if someone scams your like if someone scams you for 1 mil Pokeyen, losing their account for it is just so not worth it. So most people won't do it. I have traded, man, hundreds if not thousands of Ditto boxes. I have done so many trades like that, and I always pay up front. I've only been scammed once. And what happens is when I got scammed was I reported him, he got banned, and they mailed me back my Pokeyen, right? If you're doing a leveling service, they may not be able to retrieve your Pokemon for you, so that's a bit tougher. But but that person will get banned as long as you log the communication. What I would do is, if you're trading with someone, let's say you found that person through Discord, don't just screenshot Discord logs. Make sure you whisper them in game, okay? Whisper them in game, in PokeMMO, and say, hey, I'm mailing you, or I'm trading you this Pokemon because you're going to level it and trade it back to me in a week or so, right? Question mark, and then don't trade it to them until they say that is correct. And as a leveling service, whatever. As long as you're not a scammer, you should have no issue with this. As long as you're not a scammer, let that person collect that evidence. Let that person say, yep, and say, yes, that is correct. Whatever. Just make it sounds dumb, but let's just make the communication super clear. Just say, hey, I'm like, I always say, hey, I'm trading you 250K for a Ditto box, correct? And they'll say, yep, that is correct. And then I'll trade them. That's it. So it should be a pretty easy way to get around pretty much all scams. Or if you do get scammed, you lose the Pokemon. It sucks, but that person gets permabanned, so it's kind of worth it. But it's pretty rare you'll get banned. Sorry, rare you'll get scammed. Excuse me. It's pretty rare you'll get scammed in PokeMMO. I'm going to go ahead and call it there, guys. I was really feeling lucky today. I was really hoping we'd see a shiny, but alas, I don't think it's happening. So, and I'm exhausted. So thank you guys for joining me today. Really fun stream. So much yapping. It's been really fun to shake things up in PokeMMO and do these things like shiny hunting punishments and stuff like that. And next time you see me live, I will be over 10,000 encounters, which will mean a few things. I will be having to, I'll throw up a randoms game. I will be popping another mysterious ball and making 5 more rare eggs. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Like the video if you enjoyed it. It really does help the algorithm out a ton. Dislike if you didn't. That's also okay. Sub to the channel if you want to see Pokemon videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see streams like this Monday through Friday. Discord's down below to join a really awesome community. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if my content has helped you out enough in your Pokemon journey or been good entertaining background content while you grind, YouTube memberships, Twitch primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do make or break the difference, and I really appreciate everybody who goes above and beyond. You always get a thank you at the end of every video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all of these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.